course you love light and milk.
Hello. Actually, I can back this up because I have to figure this out. Oh, you see the beach background because it's hot here. Today I was outside eating a salad out front in some shorts and a shirt. Right. It is February, as if you didn't know. I had to clean my glasses. It is February, as if you didn't know. Checking my sound. Sounds great. It's February. Like, hold on. Hey, hi, people. I'll be right back. Wait, it didn't work. I'm back. I am so natural today. This is Natural Lex. If anyone was looking and wondering what I look like behind the scenes, this is it. Cleaning these glasses. This is my only get up today. I'm not going to be on long because, hey, Lauren. I had a wonderful surprise visit today from my cousin and his son. My cousin Robert and his son King. Oh, sorry. Oh, Lauren. And it was great. King is 4 years old, and he's a 4-year-old, I guess. I don't know how 4-year-olds act. I know how my 4-year-old acted, but then I was told that was atypical. So I don't know what a typical 4-year-old acts like, but on his way out, I should put some, because his name is King. Let me get some royal music here, because, yeah. King fit up to his name, and I'm going to tell you, he came here with a little car. I mean, it's probably not little to him, but, you know, a car that vroom, vroom, you can go back and forth. And him and AG were playing in the hallway, running. He was running everywhere. He's a boy, right? Running, doing stuff, just touching everything. Touching everything. Good thing I went into AG's room because everything was on. Heater, like, things that, you know, we have. She has a humidifier. She has a little space heater. We have a microwave in the hallway upstairs. He turned that on. He was just so busy. Well, in the midst of him leaving, he lost his car. I know, he lost his toy car. Hold on. Right. Game over. He lost his car. Exactly. Well, his dad kept saying, son, you have a ton of cars you could play with. Don't worry about it. He okay. When he didn't want to leave because he had such a good time with AG. And I was walking him down the stairs because his shoes were untied for safety purposes. And every step that we went down, he had a demand. And I'm going to tell you exactly what this demand was. When you find my car, you make sure you put it away. And if you find my car, make sure you clean it up. And when you find my car, don't lose it again. I mean, demand after demand. I said, this. Well, I don't know if the name came before the personality or the personality became before the name. I mean, of course, they named him King. But this personality could have been in this life form or this spirit way long before he was born. I don't know, but it fits him because he gave us a list of demands and made sure we were yes. Yet you make sure that when you find my car, okay, King. Whew, Lord. I haven't been around children in a little while. Anywho, it was great to see them. They are from Connecticut, but King will be moving here and eventually his dad to go to school here. So that's kind of great stuff. But I knew he was going to go. But tell him he was a bit. Okay. It was really great. But our topic tonight is, would you date yourself? I was talking to a coworker today, and I'm not on the gram tonight because there's just not enough time. I'm here on YouTube and Facebook. But the topic for tonight, would you date yourself? I was talking to a coworker today who was in a crazy situation, but she wants to date. She is ready to date. She is 59. She will be 59 this year. And she has 2 grown children. And she's just in a place. She's in a place. But the question I asked her was, would you date yourself? And anybody's immediate response is, of course I would. Or, hell yeah. Or, why wouldn't I? Yeah, I date myself. Hey, Eden. But I had to slow her down. Right? Because she was one of those that was like, of course I'm going to date myself. I'm like the perfect catch. Slow your horses, lady. Slow your horses. Would you date the bull that comes out of you when you get angry? Would you date your past trauma? Would you date the resentment that you hold for somebody else? Would you date your insecurities? Now, before we started having this conversation, she started talking about her insecurities, and she covers herself up. She wears her hair over her face. She always has glasses on. She's very covered. She never shows her face. And we talked about that. She said, well, I'm insecure and I like to hide myself. Even my glasses, they're fake, but I just put them on so I can hide my face. Okay. So now you've disclosed that information to me. Would you date that? And she paused there, right? So the rest of the question, she was like, yeah. And then the flip comes, right? Because especially when we're in a certain place, we don't want to admit anything. We don't want to admit that we're wrong or admit that maybe we do have some issues, right? Some mental health issues. That we may flip, flop, and switch. Well, her switch was, okay, I'm not looking to get into a relationship. It has to stay open. Thank you so much. Yeah, that my allergies. I don't really want to get involved in a relationship. I just want to see somebody, once a week, maybe twice a week, go to dinner, have lunch, go to games, do events, but I don't want that person in my face. I said, well, so because you have to do the work with inside yourself, and the truth is she wants a relationship, right? She wants love. That's a human need, love. Hey, Nanda. I am glad to see you. I love you. I hope all is well. I know it's not. I know you're going through a lot right now. We're going to send Nanda a ton of great energy right now. So humans, we have basic human needs. And any psychologist, science, it's necessary, right? Shelter, food, even though we can fast, but we do need shelter, food, love, and to actually connect. And there are some more, and a connection to somewhere else, whether that be a person, a deity, God, your spirituality, whatever you connect to, but that's some of basic human needs. And I know, deep down, yeah, we want love. We want to be love, and we want to give love. But that little flip around of, I'm not, I don't want anyone. Then what is the point of you doing what you're doing to try to find somebody if you really just want that once a week person? You know what I'm saying? Because anybody can find a once a week person, right? And I'll just sexually, it's not hard at all. However, the truth is we want to be able to connect with someone. Right? And if sex is brought into it, that is opening an entire energetic portal where I don't care, especially when you get to a certain place in your life. And I'm not saying it doesn't happen because, we've been there, okay? It does open an energetic portal though. And when one hasn't been intimate or hasn't used that energetic portal, in maybe, 10 years. And then they find that one that they're that's not an easy thing to just, just once a week. No, that is an entire energetic shift, an energetic exchange. That is swapping saliva and DNA. When you swap your DNA with someone, there is a connection. It doesn't even have to be spiritual. It can be scientific, right? When you mix DNAs, and DNAs are mixed when you kiss someone, saliva, your lips give off DNA, tongue, they swab because it's the easiest way to get DNA. And of course, doing the you're going to get some DNA, right? So it's going to happen. So my question, would you date yourself? And then we can even break it down. Okay, you may date your fun self, right? Like my party self is all, hey. Of course. Would I date my unhealed trauma self? Ooh. Nixicon has entered the room. Next icon, sorry. I saw Nixicon. Next icon has entered the room and says, but is that really truly a pure and genuine connection? It is not a pure connection in the fact that, it is, but there is a connection, and the connection can be purely DNA. And I'm gonna speak to my people out there on the street, okay? Just so you know, I love everybody. I have no judgment. If you're out there on the street selling what you need to sell, then that's what it is, okay? But my lovely prostitutes and escorts, and I'm even gonna take it a step further, those people out there who are doing the just to eat for the night or just to have a place to stay, because prostitution, this transaction of sex for whatever it is everywhere, right? You have couples doing that. You have married couples doing that. You have partners doing this. It's not just sex for money, but it could be a sex because I don't want to get beat up tonight. A sex because I want to eat tonight. Even well, just because that's my partner and that's what I have to do. That is transactional. If it's not a place of I want to because I want to, then there is a transaction there. So even there is an exchange of energy. The difference is you get used to it, right? You get used to it. Not saying it's bad or good, but there is a thing, especially the girls on the street, where they have completely shut down a lot of portions of themselves inside to be able to do what they do every single day. Whatever, and then I love me a pimp movie for sure. But there's something to that. However, when you're not in that game and you're not giving yourself up every night and you don't have all of those sections shut down, and you go out there on the street and meet somebody that first time in 10 years, that first time in 10 years is going to be something crazy. Hey, Tiff. Yes, girl, we are on the beach because it is hot here in Atlanta. I was outside today with some shorts, eating my little lettuce. It wasn't a whole salad. It was just lettuce and cucumber. Anyway, though, I asked this question, would you date yourself, just to start taking different looks into the different facets that we all have. I would date my party self. I wouldn't date my unhealed child self. Understand? I'm not going to date my unhealed trauma. I don't want to. So now what's the next question? Well, what is my unhealed trauma? And the more that we get into this, the more that we discover. It's like the more you know, the more you realize that you don't know. I would just like to point out that we have N as next icon, who is an actor, who is, I don't know how many IMDb's you're credited now, though, maybe 50 some change. But check him out when you absolutely can. Thank you so much for popping in. I appreciate it. But think about all of those places. We can even go as deep as maybe an incident didn't happen to us per se, but we saw it happening in our family. And because we experienced it in our family, we carry it with us, which has caused some trauma. And we think because it didn't happen to us that it doesn't affect us, but it does. Would you date that part of you? So you have to look at every little bit. And the places where you can just say, no, that's just something to work on. So every time I ask myself that, and I do ask myself that, would I date myself? And there are aspects of me 100% I'm down with. There are aspects of me where I don't know. I don't know. I'd want to heal that part. And not that I'm expecting perfection. And maybe I would want to date myself because I am in the place constant movement, constant healing, constant inter-reflection of who I am, and keep adjusting to make it better, make me better, make me a better person. And so it is just a reflection of, well, oops, glasses fell. Think about your cooking style, anything, even let's say if right, I'm a person who doesn't like to clean. Would I want to date that person, or would I want somebody who's clean, a freak, so they can match my style? You know what I'm saying? They can not match my style, but they can balance me out. Like, I really don't like to clean, but I would like somebody that does clean so we can balance out, you know? Tiff says, yes, I would date myself. The giggles would be serious, Lord. Next icon says, who am I now is better and far more in tune to things than who I was, 100%. And that is so important. That process and that growth, development. And then you can look back and be like, oh my God. And I'm saying this, and this is the opinion of Alexis Mathis only. If you see somebody, if you know somebody, if you meet somebody, if you're with somebody that tells you that 5 years ago, they're in the exact same place as they are today, run. Run. And there are some people, again, no judgment, but there are some people who really feel that they don't have any leveling up to do. They are just fine as they are. And they're so fine, they are so okay, that when they do some bald-headed BS, I'm calling it bald-headed BS, they'll turn and put it on you. Right, and that introspection, and that goes into a whole bunch of disorders that we're not going to get into tonight, because I am just here for this little short time. I am going into my other room. I always thank you. I thank you for accepting me in my naturalness. This is no makeup. I actually did put on some mascara, but I poked my eye, this eye, with the mascara, so I had to wipe it off this eye, so I only have mascara on this side. Mess. But thanks so much for being here. It was a short one. Some introspection, some, self-reflection of where we are. It's always a good time to take inventory inside and not of someone else. People love to point that finger. Oh my God, the blame game. Or they love lately, I have been in a place of feeling a couple of things. Number one, it's my feeling. I don't think the people they're not sending those feelings to me or not shooting the daggers to me, but it's the way that I feel, that some do not want to see everyone successful, and some play that victim game of it is everybody else's fault. And that's okay. That is okay. When it's called out, it's called out. And if truth can't be accepted, and it's okay, because it all stems from trauma. And if we can just get down to that level, shifts or move, mountains aren't going to move. They may, but not necessarily, but it's just getting there. So I am going to go. I love you so much. I'll see you next week. Bye.